Hello, everyone. Hello. It's another edition of Garrison House. Y'all know me. I'm Darnell.
And I am Angela.
And we are here today. We're
Yes.
doing a little different because technically we pretty much didn't get much sleep last night. It's my fault.
He was up doing a special project.
Yes.
Let's make it clear.
Hey, like Apostle said,
Keep
we
PG.
We are working on our as y'all know, we're working on our movie, working on getting it financed.
Yes.
And last week somebody said, hey, why don't you just do the soundtrack? I said, that makes a lot of sense. So basically we started working on the soundtrack. And I guess I need to hit that button so our clock could go up, right? So we started on our soundtrack, and we're finally this morning, I think around 6 a.m., because somebody introduced me to a site that will help us do our demo compilation. And I'm with her. Some of the stuff, we may just keep it. So we're going to give you a little tease of one of the tracks. Actually, this is let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I think it's 6 or 7 or 8 versions of the title track. So we'll let you hear that for a second. And by the way, I've always wanted to say, yes, we do own rights to this music. So those who, I don't know why people do that, but you don't need to do that. But here's a little bit of it.
You have chosen me. I could never understand. You entrusted in me. Tempted by grace 5. Behold the precious God one. Destined for new beginnings 8. Blessed with gifts 9. 9 gifts. Knowledge of man 6. Wisdom of Trinity 3. Start to the end of completion 7. Behold the victory 10. Blessed with gifts 9. 9 gifts. Knowledge of man 6. Wisdom of Trinity 3. Start to the end of completion 7. Behold the victory 10. Blessed with gifts 9. 9 gifts. 9 gifts. Images going through my head.
Did y'all see
Voices bearing in my ears. Try to escape the thoughts of you. Loving the body of you. Anticipating the coming of you. Not knowing the spirit of you. 9 represent gifts. 9 gifts. Knowledge of man 6. Wisdom of Trinity 3. Start to the end of completion 7.
Come back
Behold
there,
the victory.
But that's it. We could be here playing that all day.
Maybe we could do a special.
Yeah, we'll actually
when
the release comes, we'll do a little release of it. It's actually by the way, she wrote the lyrics. Every song in here.
How long?
She wrote the lyrics.
I was like, wow, did I write that?
25 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, we should have grabbed that the book.
Oh, well, we normally don't do this, but here we go. Yep, it's unplugged today, but this is the actual script of the movie. So the script is done, and this is the actual script. So this is the full, and then here, because she actually says she couldn't believe she wrote it. I told her, well, you need to come here to your lyric sheet. It's right here.
So yeah.
And this is 9 Gifts, the movie, and we're really working on getting the financing done for it, and it's gonna be a powerful. The storyboards are done. It's been we've actually teased y'all with some of the storyboards from it, but it's been a very fun project. So we want you to keep in touch.
How long it took you to storyboard that, honey?
Whew.
It took you at least a few months.
It took me, no, that didn't take too long. And of course, it's playing, it still plays the music. But this is...
Hey, that was good because it was born to get praised you guys' birthday.
Yeah, now, this song, I wrote the lyrics for this one 3 years ago. And so this is mine. We'll listen to it for a second.
I refuse to be broken.
So this is our storyboard. These are some of the storyboards from the movie.
Keep raising up higher, higher. Keep raising up.
Spirit.
I was born to give praise.
So yeah, this song here, I can feel it. That came up here and it was like,
Can hold me down. I was born to give
see, Born to Praise is one of my favorite songs I wrote, and I don't know, I don't know where that song came from. I was actually listening to a song called Born Ready, and it was like, okay, let me see what I can do using that same song, and I just came up with some lyrics based off of that, and this is totally arranged differently than what I originally did. And when I heard the arrangement, I was like, wow, that's perfect. I said, that's a perfect arrangement. And I just went with it. And we, I'm amazed because using today's technology, I never dreamed that we would be able to put this album together, basically the demo. To present to artists to really perform. Yes, it's AI generated for our audience, and the service was introduced to me by one of our friends we know from our ministry who uses it, and he released an album. Let me see. We got a little time here. Let's also share some of his. K Moody, he released he's working on his album, and he's got one. And when he played it, I was like, how did you do this? And he told me the service he uses, and because I was having a weird drive home from basically, and he said, you need to play this track here. And this is one of his, and we'll talk about this. This is his. He already did his. He did his animation. So his is he has various versions. So it's a really good track, really good album. But yeah, he introduced me to the service.
He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High and shaken grace will rest in the shadow of the one Almighty God, eternal Son.
And this is K Moody. So yeah, that we're gonna play. You'll see that on BTV soon. We're getting ready to get all the tracks over, so you'll see that as one of our music videos playing on BTV and Kashmir on our video blocks. But yeah, we've been creative and
also if you really let's see, baby. So just the name of our tracks, right? We have Born to be Praised.
Born to Praise.
Born to Praise. We have Solomon's Heart, and we have Psalms 27. I'm going to push it the other way. I don't know which way it goes. So. I don't want to put something there. And then some other track we have. Let's see here.
If you notice, they say Alpha, Zeta, and
we have Love Needed, Give Me One More Chance, The Best Is Yet to Come, Miracles.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So those
we
are
don't
some
have
of
time to play that one because we're way over because we're kind of excited because this is a project that we're literally putting together, and that's some more of it. But yeah, yeah, it's Born to Praise. I got various versions because when you're doing these kind of reels, you want to know exactly what the feel is. So when you send it to an artist, the artist who will perform it, they will perform, but we're doing something different. We're giving it all. Now, why are we doing this? We're trying to shoot this movie. And we're trying to shoot this movie with, funding from investors, which is is being presented. It's in the hands of a person that will be handling that. But we also want to make sure that we can come to the table with something already in place. So our goal is to get it in the stores. So we're working to get that in this week, and we'll let you know when it's approved and it's downloadable, listenable, and you'll help us out a lot because it helped us get 9 gifts going. Hosanna did well. We're still working on getting that distributed. We're going to do something with that soon, prayerfully. But yeah, we're very excited about this project, and I cannot wait for you all to hear it. Now the genres are the genres are good. I mean, we have something for everybody who likes various styles. So what we're going to do, we're moving fast. Time is moving faster than us. So I'm going to go on ahead and do our quick sponsor read because follow us, tips, and all that. It's at the right there, the bottom of the screen. So what we're going to do real quick is, we're on topic. My bad. That's next. We're talking about my health journey. We're going to go right in here real quick. It's real talk being fit. It's not about what you see in the mirror. It's about how you feel. I feel great. Even though I had that situation where I didn't eat my salad this week, and I can tell the difference. It's like, I had my
salads are.
Hey, let's talk about my salads.
I don't even know if we call it a
2
salad.
days.
I don't even know if we call it a salad.
I call it the garbage can salad.
Yeah, there we go.
There's everything in it. And I have tons of beets. I have everything in that salad. I love my salad. But it's not about being fit. It's about being healthy. And they're using a lot of technology to help you get yourself in order. VO2 max. It's everything that you need to get yourself in health. And they told me on my last test, and I think we discussed that last week, where I'm burning, in my sleep, I'm now burning fat. So they got me to that point now where I'm burning fat while I'm sleeping. And that's what you want. You want to get to that point where you're burning fat while sleeping. And I didn't understand the whole purpose of all that. But now I do understand it. I was trying to find a picture of my salad. So it's really good to get yourself healthy because it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're not healthy, you're not gonna. What's the purpose of doing all that? You're not gonna be able to enjoy it. That's my salad every week. In a couple months, I'm joining the club, so I just go up there and just get me a salad every other day. But that's my salad. So when I go every other day, it won't look that big. It'll be sensible. So I go there every Wednesday, get my salad. Notice everything's in there. Sweet peas. I got a little bit of ham. I know people say that's not good. What kind of lettuce I use? They have a dark green lettuce that they have. So it's like green spinach, romaine. I don't do iceberg because all iceberg does is just water. It's not helping you. So everything. Now the beets, there's a lot of beets there. Don't get that. A lot of beets. It's loaded with beets. Beets are good for you, so I do eat a lot of beets. But anyway, give A and B, the fitness place, give them, I am so messed up. Give Anthony Moses, Total Fitness, a call and tell them the Garrison House sent you. The information is amtbfit.com. You can call them at 248-480-0131 or send them an email at info@amtbfit.com and tell them Garrison House sent you. And they will most definitely work with you. And you don't have to be in Michigan. So you can go over there to over there to get yourself tested and know where you're at. But anyway, let's jump over here. We had to move fast because we spent a lot of time on that. So she's going to go into I guess you're going to do the weight loss journey.
Yeah, well, it's coming off of what he was just saying, him losing close to 70 pounds now, babe? 60 or 70 pounds. I'm down about 50 plus 60 pounds. So we all are doing our fitness goals. One of the things let's talk about carbs as we talk about weight loss journey. Now, everybody has a certain thing that they need to take care of. Some people have carbs. They need to lower their carb intake. Some people need to lower their fat intake, and some people just do calories. Calories is off, is fat and carbs. So, everybody's different. Like I have to do more lower my carb intake. For him, the carbs wasn't his problem. It's more about the fat intake he was doing. So lowering his calories and fat count. And one of the things about carbs, so yes, everything is pretty much carb, right? So you're looking at the total carbohydrates. And one of the things where you look at is total carbohydrates is the fact that how do you calculate it? I don't have a nutrition fact thing on the back of your box. If you turn around the back of your box, there's a thing called total carbohydrates. Okay, so total carbohydrates is how much carbohydrates per serving. Oh, I can't even see that. Oh man. Well, it's a total as amount of carbohydrates per.
Illustrator on. Should have typed it up.
It's the amount of carbohydrates per serving. So let's say that one serving is 45 grams of carbs. Okay, so that's kind of, I can't see it.
You won't be able to see it. She needs a marker.
So one serving is 45 grams of carbs. So how do I calculate and how much is a carb choice? So each carb choice is 15 grams. Okay, so 15 grams equals one carb choice. Okay, if your one serving is 45 grams, okay, then that means that you have 3 carb choices just for that one serving of whatever it is. Okay, so if you're saying that all I want to do is 2 carb choices per meal, then you over exceeded that, because now you're talking about just for one thing. Now that's just for the one thing. That's 3. Okay, so let's say sometimes, so if you do lower carb, sometimes lower carbs, there's like the 100-calorie yogurt. Usually the 100-calorie yogurt is 15 grams of carbs. So that's only one carb choice. Okay, but that's all you can have. Okay, so then you have to add on whatever else thing there is. If you want to add on some greens, or if you add on some even fruit. You think about, I'm just eating fruit, that's good. No, grapes are naturally sweetened. Okay, so that can also spike your sugar levels. So you just can't sit there and eat grapes all day. Technically you can, but however, just thinking that if you're just sitting there eating grapes and fruit like that, that is natural sugar. So that means it's going to raise it too. So usually they usually say about 15 grapes per serving. So that's kind of how it goes. And then also you have it where
excuse my bad writing.
So then
dead on my pen.
Can it remind you of work?
Oh, it came on. Oh, it finally came on.
So then you have 15 grams. Okay, so 15 grams equals 1 carb. So that's another thing. So that's what I was basically when we were talking about carbs. Just because you can't look at the overall. So if you decided that you wanted to eat a cupcake, okay, cupcakes, of course, is sugared. So you say, oh, okay, that's sugar. So that means that's my one carb choice. No, it's not the fact that your cupcake and then you have milk and then you have things like that. No, you have to realize how much is the total carbohydrates per serving. And so you got to also realize like you were saying that usually a per serving, even though it's a package, like if you get a package of a bag of chips, sometimes it is one serving, but sometimes it's between how big the bag is. It could be 3 servings in one bag, but they only break it down per serving. So you got to make sure you watch that. So if you eat a whole bag of chips, then that means it could have been, you probably eating 2.5 servings. So you're looking at maybe 40 grams for the fact that that's not better though. Look at 40 grams of something.
iPad up here, so
15 grams. So that's another thing. So 15 grams equals 1 carb. So you can write that down. 15 grams. It could be anywhere. It doesn't matter. 15 grams equals 1 carb. So that's how it is. Now, that's the reason why you look at your nutrition label. Breads are a carb choice. If you go to Subway always talks about calories. Your bread at Subway is a carb. You're talking about possibly 2 to 3, maybe 3, depending on what bread you use. Okay, so you think, oh, I'm getting the wheat bread. I'm not getting the bleached white bread or Italian bread. Yes, the wheat bread is better because it's not bleached Italian bread. However, you're still looking at that carb choice. Okay, so that's another thing. Eating soluble fiber along with the carb can help digest it. The carbs move through your system better. Yes, so you can also do that. So that's one of the other things too. So that's so just keep that in mind when it comes to carb choices and read the package label. Let me see if I can find a nutrition packet. Did you want to say something, baby?
Oh no, I mean I just glad that the pen decided to come on.
Let me see if I can
find this
nutrition.
We're doing this freestyle. But yeah, one of the things that I do, like today, we're trying a new. I should have took a picture of my sandwich. We're trying a new tortilla. Is it almond flour tortilla?
Flour. Yeah, we should have bought that.
Purchased that from Costco, and we purchased some chicken salad. So I had me for a snack. I had a chicken salad wrap, and then man, the one thing that we discovered was the flour doesn't have a lot of taste. So we're trying.
It's almond flour.
It's almond flour. So there's no, you used to have a little bit. It's actually really nice. You do have to heat it up. If you don't heat it up, it's not going to be your best friend. So, but it was really good. And so we did a little Costco run yesterday, and we saw some of that, and I got my stuff that I purchased, my spinach artichoke and Parmesan dip and my chicken salad. I said, I got to try it. And it was actually really good.
Yeah. So this one here, our nutrition fact, I just typed in nutrition facts for chips. Okay. So this, if you look at the top, it says 1 cup is a serving. And if you look over it says serving size, it says 2 servings per container. Okay. So they're only going to give you, so on the left side, it tells us it's 220 calories this is just for the 1 cup. And then the total carbohydrates is 35. So you're looking at 2 carb choices, little over 2 carb choices. Okay. Now there is fiber. So technically I'm not quite sure what chips these are because I didn't think chips had fiber, but anyway, this must be some type of some other type of things. Fiber can also cut down on your carb choice, which we call net carbs. Okay. So technically, if you really want to think about it, 6 from 35 is what, 29-ish? Yeah. So technically you're looking at about little under 2 carb choices, but I will still say 2 carb choices because you can do the fiber. But if you decide you want to eat the whole bag, right, that'd be 70 grams of total carbohydrates. So that means that whole bag, I don't know how big, does 2 cups.
So right here. Okay,
yeah.
I see it.
Yep.
Let me put that on. Let me highlight that right there.
Yeah. So 70 grams. So if you take the whole bag. So my suggestion is, even with pasta, if you love your pasta, I suggest do not eat it because pasta itself is only 1 cup. So you know how you get your plate full of spaghetti? Pasta is only 1 cup. So yeah, you don't want, if you love your pasta, I suggest don't eat it. Do not cook it. If you can only take 1 cup, then good. But if you can't, then don't eat it. Just like chips, you can't eat 1 cup. I mean, think about it. Chips are kind of big, so you're only getting what, 7 or 8 chips, right? So yeah, that's one of the things you have to. That's how you read a label.
Yeah. Well, we're having our daughter's bringing us dinner tonight or preparing it, and me and her are having pasta with ours. So we, however that means us gotta go tomorrow and walk it off. I mean, we were discussing this because I do have a trainer, and we've had this discussion about this. And part of training, they will do carbs, a lot of carbs, and but they're burning it off. And that's the key. You have to,
right.
You can't be sedentary. If you're sedentary, you're asking for a problem. So don't be a sedentary person. So if you're always on the move, you're always active, you're not going to face these issues because you really don't want to be sedentary lifestyle. COVID messed up a lot of our health. A lot of us are, that's how we gain. Look, during that season, our daughter had just started working and she worked at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of cheeseburger. Man, what do we eat? Cheeseburger, double quarter pounders, large fries, Diet Cokes. Yeah, we did diet. Some people say it's not good for you, but hey, I do switch it off.
You gotta have something. So yeah, the sugars in the diets are not good, but still, I mean, that's one of the things. The reason I know a lot more, because when I was pregnant with my daughter 22 years ago, I had to go on a special diet because I wasn't gestational diabetes. I was already diabetic by that time, or pre-diabetic. By my A1C was high, so it wasn't because of the pregnancy. So I had to go on a special diet, so I didn't have to take, thank praise God, I didn't take the insulin, and I did drop 35 pounds while I was pregnant with my daughter. So I know what it takes in order to, what it takes for me to eat. So that's how come I known about it, and I forgot where I was going with that story.
What we had to deal with. Mm-hmm. I don't know where you were going with it, but I see you got some other stuff here.
I forgot where I was going with that story, but anyway, that's how come I know about it. Anyway, I can't remember. But so this one is for Atkins. So everybody knows Atkins, and this is their protein chips with nacho flavored cheese. Okay, there's 13 grams of protein, so you do have to have protein. You're thinking that, and sometimes people don't like meat proteins. Like animal chicken, thank you, baby. Animal protein such as chicken, beef, so they cut all that stuff out. You do have to have protein in your diet. I mean, that's build muscle. So you do have to have protein. So you have to get it somewhere. But anyway, this one is 13 grams of protein, but it has 4 grams of net carbs. Okay, and they broke it down here. It says, but the whole bag itself is 18 total carbs, but there's 4 grams of fiber. So that way it breaks it down to being 4 grams of net total carbs. So this is way under. I mean, you can almost have 2 bags of these and still be one carb choice, right? But eating the 1 bag, you should be fine. Just like if you drink the protein shakes, okay? So you make sure that you're looking at your protein. Not all protein shakes are low carb, so you might watch that too. There's premium protein from Costco. They have some that is low carb, so you want to make sure you look at that. But that's kind of how it is.
And I have a protein shake at the. It's one more thing they offer there. Now, if you don't want to go there, going back to where I go do my training, they also sell shakes, protein shakes, and yeah, you can. There's things there, and I actually do get a protein shake. And it does suppress my appetite. I've learned one of the things it did. I'm gonna try to find a picture because I sent it over to somebody, but it does make me lose appetite. And I've had situations where there it is right there, and they actually have on here. It's kind of hard to see the protein, the carbs, the carbs, 128 grams, 64. That's the size. So full size and 27 grams on the Hearty Beat. 800. This is the calorie count that they have on there. And this is what they do. I done the carrot cake, which I didn't know it did that. Did immune system and reproductive health.
It's like something. It's like a.
Oh, that's because there's a glare from the room.
Right. That's right.
And then I'll just take another one. But the one I do is Visionary Vanilla with orange, which is a creamsicle, and lowers cholesterol, improves dental health and blood pressure. And that's the one I drink all the time.
Now, so there's a difference between full, half, and low carb. Mm-hmm. Now, that 804 calories. Now, this is from the actual fitness center.
Yeah, AM Total being.
So when you're out there, you're working out. So if you're doing a high cardio workout,
which they want me to do,
and you're out there working out for a whole hour, then you're burning almost that much in carbs itself. Okay, so But if you go in there just to walk on a treadmill like I do, when I go to when I'm on a treadmill, I'm just there to walk it for 30 minutes. I have to get the lower carbs because I'm not burning enough carbs or calories in my workout because I'm not running crazy on my treadmill.
The one I do, I'm at the 75 gram, or you get the 39 gram if you're low carb.
Yeah.
So it's in here. I mean, so that's the thing about having trainer, and yes, mine is not on the menu, which I told you.
Which I'm thinking it's this because it's fruit and vegetable based, so it's natural sugared. So I don't know what they put in there that causes more for carbs.
The carrot cake, I actually watched them make it. It actually has the sweet potatoes, as they call it, yam, sweet potato, whatever you call it.
That's still good though. That's still
it
good.
has that in it, which is good, right? And they call me chocolate. I'm not a chocolate guy. The very first one I ever tried was the Hearty Beet. It was actually don't get it mixed up. It was actually pretty good. It detox, improves circulation, blood pressure. So I sort of tend right now. I deal with the Visionary Vanilla. That's the one I'm on. But I float between the carrot cake and Visionary Vanilla. So one week I may do the carrot cake, which is excellent. And again, it's immune system and reproductive health. And then your Visionary Vanilla. So they do sell those items there. So you can go. You can go there to AM Total Being Fitness as well and get yourself a shake. I mean, and don't look at the prices. It's like you're going to pay for good health now or bad health later. If you're a member there, if you're a member, they take care of you.
Now, one other thing. Now, if you wanted to also, my brother-in-law, he does CMOS.
Yep.
So let me see if I can pull him up. You can find him on Facebook.
Let me see. Yeah. So you go over there while she's getting that together. Just to get your just even to participate and get the shake. And it's actually something it's worth. Oh my gosh. I got some of the craziest stuff shows up on my Facebook. I'm glad I didn't have my screen up because I'm not sure how I got all these
crazy stuff.
I'm like, and she just saw one of them. It's like the devil is a liar. And I said it because that is some crazy stuff.
Yep. So my brother-in-law, you can find him on Facebook, Anthony AMP Frazier. He does CMOS. Okay. So if you want to do that, you can look him up there on Facebook, and he does CMOS. Okay. So that's him right there.
And that's actually good.
Come on out.
That's actually really good.
Now I never done this one, but my niece, she does herbs. Now I never done it, but however she does herbs. So there you go. So she does herbs. So hers is this herb is called Happy Hips. So I never have tried hers.
Calcium, magnesium, stuff we need.
It's stuff we need. So yeah.
Now men, be careful with iron. Iron is not men's friend. That's what's called healthy hips. So that's mainly
bone.
But you need to make sure before you get into something with iron, just make sure you know your iron levels, because men don't get rid of iron.
Women, of course, need more iron because of that time of the aunties come visit, as they say.
Yes.
So women would need iron. So that's the reason why when you have birth control, there's it was a week of inactive, which is just the iron pills.
Yeah, and that's because it has everything in there is good. Iron, you just be careful. I mean, you can do it, but just make sure. Because I was somebody who was I got sick because I loved beef liver. My mom used to prepare beef liver and onions, and I started preparing it. I was eating it all the time, and I ended up. The doctor said your iron levels were too high. So when I was in my early 20s, I increased my iron levels so high. So you can't eat like at that level. So you do have to be mindful of how much iron you're putting in your body because you can't have an issue. But anyway, we spent a lot of time. We're blowing through our time. We may not get through it all today, but that's fine. We'll just shorten these other ones up because we got our next one, cancel culture and being canceled. Oh, Lord.
cancel culture being canceled. We need to cancel culture.
Yes, we need to get rid of.
I mean, look, some things I see. You know what? That's wrong. They shouldn't be doing this. But however, as mentioned this last show that I do, Asian television, Asian movies and series, and I do reviews. Their cancel culture on these netizens are crazy sometimes. They cancel you for just a little bit. They're trying to cancel people now for bullying. And you're talking about somebody who was out of school for almost 20 years. And they're trying to say that they got bullied during that time, that back into the time they were in middle school, which is about 14, 15 years old. And here they are now 35. It's too late for that. So they're trying to say, so that's one of the things that happens. So this is what's going on. And that's kind of where.
For her YouTube channel.
So cancel culture is something. Some things you can say, let's take care of it. If it has something to do with something, it's not canceling the person, but I mean, if the person is redeemed, okay, let's move on. Okay, right. But they don't want to say that. And one of the things that, hold on, baby. One of the things we have noticed that's been going on right now is
the American
egos. Right.
People are mad at American
ego.
Why are you mad about a play on words? It's just like what's going on with a certain pastor in Atlanta doing stuff, saying stuff. I'm not even gonna mention his name, but he has said stuff, and people it's amazing what people follow. Like I said, I'm not mentioning his name because it's some of the stuff he just did recently make no sense. And because he feels, well, you're coming after me. My man, we're not coming after you. We're just telling you you're in error. And I'm not saying his name, but he's highly in error, constantly saying something every single Sunday. And he'll drop one scripture and then spend the rest doing. He just is
right. It's like you're not preaching the word of God, but right. You're using scripture as a weapon towards what's going on. That's not teaching the word of God. That's not helping the people. No. All you're doing is exalting yourself.
And that's it, because this is the thing that's going on. I mean,
right?
You're mad because she's blonde hair, blue eyes, and white.
Right, and then the ad is good genes, which is play off words GENS, which is GEANS, and so they're trying to say, they're trying to say there is eugenics is causing is trying to say we're in eugenics. They're trying to say stuff like that.
Do you know? And when she told me this, do y'all know what eugenics is? And there's literally a certain political group of people who follow Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger was eugenics. That's eugenics. And so when I heard her say that, I was like, why are they using her as to say eugenics? Because this is her. And she was literally was an American birth control activist, sex educator, writer, nurse, and opened her first birth control clinic in the United States and founded that organization. And instrumental development in the first birth control pill, which is fine. She helped, but she was part of the whole eugenics thing because Planned Parenthood was located in predominantly lower income, because some say black, lower income things. Her and another civil rights person believed in eugenics, and the other civil rights person was black or African.
And that's the thing now. It's like you have to tiptoe through what wordings you're using nowadays. And so this is their American Eagle response. Sydney Sweeney has great genes, GEANS, is and always was about the genes, GEANS. Her genes, her story. We will continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE, which is American Eagle, jeans with confidence their way. Great jeans look good on everyone. And so that's what they're trying to say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she's white. It doesn't matter she's blonde hair, blue eyes. It doesn't matter that you're saying that it's being racist toward black people. It's not that. It is about, but it's not the fact they're trying to cancel. They're just trying to say that this is what they're trying to say, that they're trying to get the whole society.
So what you're telling me is today's people couldn't handle those 80s commercials with Levi's, with the guy at the road.
Well, that's what they had the Brooke Shield one. Brooke Shield's talking about Calvin Klein's Calvin something she said.
Right, Calvin. So
right.
y'all young folk who are in some in our age range, senior citizen, junior citizen, whatever I call it junior citizens when you're at 55. Y'all don't understand. Y'all didn't grow up in the 80s. You weren't. You don't remember the 80s because some of you weren't born, and you're saying stuff that makes absolutely no sense. We grew up with jean commercials. I mean, y'all. What's so funny is this generation don't realize we used to have the Marlboro man, and he was wearing jeans and wrangling.
Right, we
had cigarette ads. So
and we all love that big old cigarette ad with the guy on the freeway and with his hat on and his all women. Okay, I was younger then, and we all we like that. But no, then they had to get rid of the cigarette ads because they're saying it entices younger people. That's what they said, and so they got rid of the cigarettes. They used to have vending machines. Cigarette vending machines, and used to say go out. They used to send the kids go out to that vending machine, gave me a cigarettes, but they had to stop doing that. So that's kind of that's what it was. But so that's why you don't have cigarette ads anymore.
We literally, and then this is this is how they market it. I mean, this is I think this is the stuff that they used to do.
Right.
And we're gonna just keep going through because we don't want anybody, but we don't want people getting upset because we do post this on social as well now. So, these are the ads that we grew up seeing. This is not, so y'all generation don't realize we grew up seeing cigarette ads and seeing Brooke Shields and blue jeans ads, the Marlboro man, the Wrangler doing, and sometimes I think the same guy did the Marlboro commercial, did the Levi's commercial.
Right. I mean, just think about, and nobody complained when nobody complained when Beyonce was talking about her Levi jeans and her supposedly country album, and they gave her a Levi a thing. Nobody complained about that.
No.
I mean, she run around half naked and they had taken her jeans off and Beyonce do not go to no laundromat. But however, nobody complained about that. Everybody thought that was all So that's the thing. The laundromat. I mean, but I've been to a laundromat. I had to go to on a bus. He's funny. He don't even know buses. But this is what they're doing. And so let's just hit this one right quick.
Yeah, because you know what? Them some great jeans.
So I said, okay. Now I went to American Eagle.
Yes.
Now I would never shop American Eagle or any of these ones because usually they don't have clothes fitting for plus size women or even bigger men. Okay, big and tall men. So I would not shop there. So I say I dropped again, my weight loss journey, I dropped 60 plus pounds, 60 pounds. So I say, you know what, let me go and see if they got something I can fit. Now the higher size for women they go is 18. Okay. So I say, okay, I'll try it. And I was shocked. I mean, I put these jeans on, and as you can see here, they're not, I mean, technically, if I really want them tight, I could have gone a smaller size, but I don't do tight jeans like that, but these are really nice. I think they're extreme high rise, waist high, and with the bell bottom, not bell, I don't know, boot cut, something, I don't know what they call them, but they're really soft and they're really comfortable. And I was surprised that I was able to fit them.
Yeah. So
they do have yes, I wore them and I do have great jeans.
Yeah. And
so that's fine.
That's all I can say. I was like, when she came out, I was like,
yeah, he double looked. He never double looks. I could walk around. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but he double looked on this one. Wait a minute.
Great jeans.
So that's what it is.
The other day, I was at the gas station to get something to drink because we were picking up some sandwiches because I don't do Pepsi products too sweet. Oh my Lord, they're too sweet. And so we went to I went to a gas station. This is how we're kind of we sort of defy. We don't play boycott. Sorry. So you say you're gonna boycott? Well, must be good if you're boycotting it. So they had a sticker saying danger and some other stuff. So I bought the Coca-Cola products because you put a sticker there saying danger because they support something that I'm supposed to be engaged with.
I'm wondering if I don't think Coca-Cola probably did it. I think
somebody
came in there and put them on there.
Yeah. It's just
that's another cancel. That's talking about cancel culture.
You're trying to cancel a product. Now the problem is,
and they're mad because celebrities are endorsing it. Oh, they don't know that you're not supposed to do this. Starbucks, they give money to Israel, I guess, stuff like that, because they give money to Israel and all that. So they want to cancel. That's kind of how cancel.
What's just so funny is that every time they're trying to base it on the Bud Light cancel, which was highly successful. The problem is that Bud Light was hitting a sector of drinkers who didn't like it, even though in my book, I didn't go buy Bud Light. I don't drink beer. But if I was a beer drinker, I would have went and got it, because why are you canceling them? These are people's jobs. And every time you have, the same pastor talk about we're going to boycott Target, so you want people to lose their jobs. Cancel culture is damaging because it does cause people to lose their income. Thousands of people lost their jobs handling Bud Light, just like from Bud Light,
right? And just like PBMs, CVS Caremark, where Arkansas's governor Huckabee, because CVS is a PBM that owns also pharmacies, and they're saying it's a monopoly. So they're trying to tell CVS that they need to either divest away from the pharmacy or PBM, which they're not going to do the PBM. But how are you going to? So they're thinking this is a faceless company. It's not faceless. They have employees. They talk about how many. I don't know how many CVSs. Let's say there's 10 CVSs in Arkansas, or it could be even more because Arkansas is big. It could be even more. But you're talking about closing all those, and you're talking about jobs being lost. And these are profitable jobs. It's not, what I always say, there's a difference between jobs and employment and a career. Now, jobs, anybody can get a job and you get paid for doing the work. Employment is when you actually get a job, which is employment, and it actually pays you above the normal. So that's what that's what I said. So that's what 23. And you're talking about
what they said, April 25th. They talk about closing 20 of them,
and then 3 of them left. And so you're talking about, let's say that, and you're talking about the standard pay for the pharmacy itself is probably, if it's in Arkansas, you're talking about maybe $16, $17, even going up to $18 an hour. And you're talking about them losing that money. They're losing their job. What else job in Arkansas that will pay them $18 an hour as a pharmacy technician? Tell me where they're supposed to go now. And you're saying that if they tell them, okay, you go to the hospitals, they don't need them. They don't need all those people. You're talking about possibly pharmacies usually run 3 to 4 techs on a given. And then of course you have your 2 pharmacists. So you're talking about 20 stores. You're talking about just alone 60
to 100 people, and not to mention
people. That's just for the pharmacy itself.
Not only that, you got to also realize every store. So not only that, because we have a gentleman at our ministry who has chip routes. So let's look at it this way. You got people, it's not just the store losing money. We're going to have to hold up our other 2 topics for next week. It's not only the store losing money, it's the distribution people who distribute. That's a route they're losing. That's sales that's coming out their pocket. It's the Budweiser, the Coca-Cola, the Lay's, all these things you see in the store. The employees don't stock those. That's stocked through vendors who rent that shelf space. Right. And most people don't realize that space is rented. Right. So now you close 30 stores. Not only did you lose 100 employees, you may have lost maybe 60 to 70 employees at the store, because you're also losing your regional manager. You don't need a regional manager. You don't need a regional support staff. So you're talking about a lot of people losing their jobs because of one misinformation. Right. That now, and like I said, I call Republicans out. No, she's a Republican. I'll call her out too. But it's not just Republican states doing this, it's Democrat states doing it too. They don't like PBMs because, again, we've had the whole conversation on PBMs. So you talk about people losing their jobs, but you all don't see, then you complain about jobs numbers, but you created the problem. Politics creates more problems than it does to solve. And that's where I'm at. I don't care what party you're in. Some laws don't need to be around. Just like us, we're dealing with decisions made through politics that basically raised our car insurance exponentially. Well, I'm saying it wrong, but it's bad. One year we were paying one amount, then it went up a little bit more. So over the last 5 years, our insurance literally almost tripled.
Yeah.
And even when we have 3 vehicles on there, it only went up a few hundred.
Right.
They just shot up. And they used every excuse under the sun. Then we looked at our bill and saw, oh, what is this we're paying for?
Then we talked about the last week, the MCCA, the Michigan Catastrophe something fund.
Yeah, assessment.
So, and they were charging $50, almost $50 per car. And so if you have 5 or 6 cars on the insurance roll,
300 for us was extra 150. But if you have 5 cars,
yeah,
you're talking about extra 250.
I mean, I guess if you could afford 5 cars, I mean, it probably is not. But some people, we're still upper, lower, middle, lower, upper. But still, I mean, look, we want to keep money in our pocket.
And don't get me started on our utilities. Our electric bill here in Michigan, 1 month our DTE bill is this amount. The next month it's
doubled.
And it's like, okay.
And it can't be no air conditioner because the air conditioner was running last week.
We have power meters on certain parts of our house because we have our own server area that computers that are on 24/7. Those meters, I can look at the meters, they never spike up. It's consistent. So the power usage is consistent. Only area in the house is not consistent is in our living room because we may turn our laptops on. But overall, we had the same consumption of power, but our bill is higher. Mm-hmm. I mean, even right now, even though our air conditioner came on, now up here is not on a meter, so we don't know what the usage is, but we can turn off stuff. I can turn off an air conditioner, turn off everything from anywhere in the country. So if I get an alert that's too hot upstairs, I'm not home, turn the air conditioner off. So we can turn it off. But yeah, utilities are high and people are complaining about stuff. Just like something else happened. Like last week we said they were talking about health insurance and they were blaming the current administration. The previous administration said that's your state. So a lot of times government gets their hand into things that's not. It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother. Look, we could talk about health insurance next time around because that's a whole nother subject.
Our next topics, according to our board, that we didn't get to, was sin versus bad habits. I'm curious about that. I'm going to do some work on that because people say, well, I don't sin. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I just saw you run that red light the other day.
Our apostle was talking about these kinds. Some things you just needed to get out of your system.
Yeah.
And you're still holding on to it. I mean, addiction is one thing. You have an addiction. Is addiction a sin? Yes, if it tears you away from God. So yeah, it could be a sin. That's kind of what sins are. If you focus too much on it. But some things, and I said it before, even my apostle was saying it. Some things are just bad habits. We all do bad things, bad habits.
We all have
habits. Sometimes it's like you have to. Maybe somebody has to have a drink of coffee every morning with their meal. You cannot wake up unless you have your coffee. That's just a bad habit.
Drink a coffee, but they gotta have. My habit was I had like 5 sugars in it, 5 teaspoons.
Right.
No, correction. I was pouring the sugar in.
Right.
And so
you're like, okay, that's not right. That's right. That's just a bad. It's not really addiction. It's just a bad habit.
Bad habit I had. Right. And so we had when we were doing our services predominantly online, we had health moments. And Dr. Grace Patterson, she made a point about sugar, the dangers of sugar. I said, you know what? I need to control my sugar. So I now have a teaspoon. So sometimes I feel like 3 teaspoons, but we had some sugar that wasn't even sweet. And so,
right.
And so I'm using my sweet cream now, but when I'm using sweet creamer, I only need maybe a teaspoon and a half. I do 2 in the sweet creamer. So that sweetens it. So I've actually gone and got coffees with no sugar. So I can drink my coffee straight with no sugar. I don't need sugar in my coffee all the time.
Yeah, so that's another thing we're talking about, bad, which is, or you speedy. that's something you should be doing anyways.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons our insurance is
it's
up.
not
It's
sin.
It's not me.
But there's some things you need to take care of.
Yeah, it's not us who well, I haven't got a speeding ticket in a minute. I mean, I was going 85 and 70.
So that's another thing. Sins but bad habits can turn into sin if that's what you gear your focus on so much, if you turn your heart, if it turns your way from God.
Yeah, and with that, I'm turning this up. You probably hear it.
Yeah.
We just created this song here. So basically, I'll tell you what. This has been a really good show. Let's listen to this for a few moments. Let's go full screen for a second here.
Your spirit breathes fire, my soul comes alive. I'm living for you, my Savior, my Christ. I will run, I will dance, I will live for you. Every breath, every step, Lord, my heart is new.
Garrison
now you can hear us. That's it right there. Sorry, I didn't have my mic on.
GarrisonHousePodcast.com. So go there. You can see where our platforms. You'd like to leave a tip. You'd like to even talk about something. What we were talking about here. You need to if you have questions or something. Feel free. Over to our Facebook page, which is Garrison House Podcast.
Yeah.
It's our Facebook page. You see our logo. You see our logo there. You'll see us. Follow us if you have not already followed us. YouTube, Garrison House Podcast with a bunch of numbers after it.
We're fixing it. It's two of them. And we're going to fix that problem. GH Podcast is our YouTube, but there's another YouTube channel that they split us. And so that I've been uploading to the other one, and not the one where you all have been subscribing to. So I'm going to I'm going to have to figure out how to move the videos there, or I'll just cross-link
the video. It's just that we will change our ad. So that's pretty much how, if you want to see, because what happens is when you're uploading it through a brand something, goes through, like when he uploads through Spotify automatically uploads to YouTube. So that's one channel. So, right. But when he uploads through the YouTube Studio, it goes to the other channel.
And I think that's where the problem is. When I started using YouTube Studio, it split it. And so when they did that change, so I'm gonna make sure you all are on
the video
on the video side, and what we'll probably do is we'll get the link to the other one in there, because that's where a lot of our current stuff is at. And I thank everybody for all the comments.
Yes.
We are on, I guess we're on a small hiatus on our part of Prayer Guard. Prayer Guard is still going on. I really thank you for all the comments. But anyway, we thank you for watching. I'm Darnell.
And I'm Angela.
And thank you for watching Garrison House. See you next week.